welcome. It's Emma from the University of ADHD podcast, and today I'm going to give you 10 tips for a better night's sleep. In ADHD, the brain doesn't release as much melatonin. This is the chemical which makes us feel sleepy at the end of the day. If you're really struggling, you can ask your doctor to prescribe a sleeping tablet like Zopiclone, but this isn't recommended for long periods of time as it's addictive and you can build up tolerance which stops it from working. You can get melatonin on prescription to replace the natural melatonin which is missing, but it's not licensed for use in adults in the UK, and you might not be able to get hold of this if you don't have an ADHD diagnosis. So here are 10 non-medication sleep tips. Number 1, have a bedtime routine. This is a series of habits that helps you to wind down at the end of the day. It could involve a hot drink, but try and avoid caffeine, as it's best to avoid caffeine in the afternoon, as obviously this can keep you awake. You might want to try a relaxing bath or shower. This could involve relaxing essential oils such as lavender. You could try relaxing by reading a book or listening to an audio book or podcast in bed, or listening to some relaxing music. Anything that you find relaxing, really. But do try not to use your bedroom for anything other than sleeping, so your brain associates it with sleep only. There are some exceptions to this, the other thing that you might do in a bedroom, but try and keep it to sleep. Also, alcohol causes reduced quality sleep, and it can cause problems getting to sleep, or you might find that you wake up earlier or later than you intended. Number 2. Keep waking and sleep times consistent, even if you don't have to be up early. Stick to the same bedtime every night and get up at the same time every morning. And this includes weekends or days when you're off university, college or work. Keeping it regular helps you to maintain your circadian rhythm or sleep cycle. Number 3 is exercise. Getting exercise during the day helps you to sleep at night, but it is important that you don't do exercise within an hour before you go to bed, as you can get that post-exercise buzz which will keep you awake. A walk in the fresh air during the day, especially in nature, can be really beneficial. So walking in nature is something that we sometimes refer to as green therapy. Number 4, bright light in the morning. To tell your brain that it's time to wake up, get exposure to bright light as soon as you wake up. In the summer months, you could open your curtains or go out in the garden. In winter, when it's dark, you can get a light therapy lamp, sometimes called a SAD lamp or SAD lamp, which is used to treat seasonal affective disorder or low mood in winter. This recreates sunlight. Put it on first thing in the morning for at least half an hour. Number 5, avoid bright light at night. To tell your brain that it's time to go to sleep and get the melatonin flowing, make sure you dim the lights at night time. Do this a couple of hours before you plan to go to bed by having dim lamps on rather than bright lights. You could try blackout curtains to stop light getting into your bedroom and keeping you awake, or wear an eye mask in bed. Number 6, bring bedtime forward gradually. If you're only going to bed late, it's pointless trying to move your bedtime forward too far too quickly. You're just not going to be able to get to sleep. Go to bed 10 to 15 minutes earlier for 1 or 2 nights, and then bring that forward another 10 to 15 minutes earlier for a couple of nights, and so on. So keep doing this until you're going to bed at the time that you want to. Number 7, meditation. Meditation or other mindful activities can help you to relax before bed, or you could listen to a sleep meditation to help you drift off to sleep. There are plenty of podcasts with these or sleep stories, or you could try YouTube. Number 8, no daytime sleeping. Try to avoid sleeping during the day, as this will stop you sleeping at night. This can be really difficult if you're tired, but in the long run it's better to avoid it if you can. If you do need a nap, make sure it doesn't last for longer than an hour. Number 9, block your ears from distraction. If noises around you stop you from sleeping, like outside traffic or somebody snoring, you can get earplugs specifically designed for sleep. Or you can use distraction to your advantage by leaving a TV or radio on quietly in the background, or listening to soothing podcasts or music. You can wear headphones if you prefer, or if you may disturb other people. I love my sleep mask that's got inbuilt headphones. It blocks out bright light and I can switch between music, meditations, and podcasts. Number 10, have a nighttime distraction list. So, this is just a pad of paper that you have at the side of your bed. It's a good idea to empty your brain before you actually get in bed to try and sleep, to get rid of any thoughts about the next day that you're worried about. So, I need to remember to do this, this, and this. Get it written down. And if you get any thoughts popping into your head during the night when you're trying to sleep, or if you wake up, jot those down too. If you've got a thought in your head and you don't write it down, it's trying to fight for your attention because your brain wants you to remember this thing that it's suddenly thought of. If you write it down, then it's out of your head and your brain doesn't have to remember it because it's written down and you can look at it in the morning. ADHD, the one thing about it is that it's consistently inconsistent. So, what might work one night may not work the next. So, try out different things and mix them up, but make sure you're sticking to that consistent routine. Persevere, as some things like meditation and mindfulness take practice. And also, do bear in mind that it takes time for the effects of the bright light and darkness to get your brain used to this new way of sleeping and waking. So just try and persevere with it if it doesn't work straight away. So this has been Emma for the University of ADHD podcast. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you find this podcast helpful. I'll see you on the next episode.